Thank you for tuning in to the Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com, and Corinth, Facebook Live.
Yes.
We are live and in person on Facebook. You can go to either of our pages. You can go to the Guy Dawson Show page, or you can go to Corinth's personal page, or D. Ennis, our resident health advocate, and watch this show live.
Amazing technology.
In this technology, amazing D. And D was the first ever guest to be on the Guy Dawson Show over 2 years ago. We really have come a long way, haven't we?
Long way. Now, back then, I was telling you about film I used in my camera.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we did a segment. It was a promo for the show. It wasn't, but it was live, and it was the very first recording ever of this show D and I did together. And D's been doing shows here for forever. How many shows have you done here? Boy, he's a part of the crowd.
Well, you have such a great format, and I'm going to turn my volume off here so I don't interrupt this. Hey, Guy, help me, help. There we go.
Oh, got it.
The ability to communicate with people in Las Vegas about Life Matters and our healthcare products was really, really enhanced when I first met you at a networking group. Was it VCN? Was it? Yeah, BCN. BCN. It's a great group. I still belong to it today. So do you. And it got so many people in the community curious about how they can prevent disease and how Life Matters and our core product Life Shots can do that. So it's just gone crazy since then. Thank you for your ability to communicate and help me.
Yeah, Life Shots is a product that I took several years ago, and I met D. He gave me a sample of it, and I've shared about it many times on this show. I just knew that this was something that I needed to be having in my body on a regular basis, and I've been a regular advocate, really a huge fan of Life Shots in terms of how it makes you feel, your health. All these people are talking about getting sick right now, D, right?
Yeah.
I'm recovering right now.
Well, Corinth,
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
D and I are never sick. We take this stuff every day.
And it's not that there's some magic in Life Shots. One stick of this has more nutrients than most people get in 3 full meals a day.
Wow.
Especially if they're eating Big Macs and order fries and chicken fingers and stuff like that. There is no nutrition in that. And your body needs nutrition to ward off disease. Mm-hmm. So there's over 36 different micronutrients in here to give you more energy, natural energy without any crashing or burning or stimulants. There's anti-aging to prevent premature cellular death. There's immune system building, which is what your body needs to do. You got to have a strong immune system, and all of this combined protects you from every bug that goes around. Your body can heal itself and prevent disease, but it needs support. So that's what it gives you.
I was reading a study the other day, and I've noticed that this keeps coming up on mainstream television commercials as well, where there's a lot of talk about how you just touched on it just a minute ago, about how people in our regular everyday diets, that the dependence upon vitamins and supplements is so much greater now than in the past, and it's because of the quality of the food that we have now and because of the things that they're doing with it,
Yeah, there's many studies, but the first one was done by the U.S. Senate, and it was documented that the average American is so nutritionally deficient that they're on the verge of malnutrition.
Wow.
Because our soils have been so depleted from minerals, from vitamins, our fruits, our vegetables, our grains. All of these are so depleted in nutrients, and they usually get it from the soil. Mm-hmm. But we've farmed so much, so what they do is they put a fertilizer on it to grow more food, but it has no nutrient value. It's called NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and this makes the plant grow, look good, and taste good, but there's no nutrient value.
Wow.
So you've got to supplement, but you've got to find a quality supplement like Life Shots. Life Shots is head and shoulders better than anything on the market, and I can prove that. I can show you the actual documentation. The National Sanitary Foundation, the Brunswick Labs, Banned Subject Control Group, they all endorse our product as having everything in it that we say is in it and in proper percentages. Other things out there just don't come even near it.
When you think about the amount of fruits and vegetables that you would have to eat to match the amount of nutrition that you get from a stick, and that's assuming that the vegetables and fruits that you're eating have the soil, the actual nutritional value, which we know they don't. I mean, it's a proven fact that the farming practices of the last 100 years in this country have virtually depleted all of the nutrition from the soil. And that's just not Dee saying that or Life Shots. You can go online and Google the research. It's just absolutely true.
Well, you were talking about that document I talked to you about, that we're on the verge of malnutrition of the U.S. Senate. That was 1936.
Wow.
We're worse now.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, look at all the hospitals they've got. I go to the hospital because I have to go see my doctor once a year for my insurance. He just blows him away that I am 71 years old and have no health issues, and all my blood markers are perfect or better than anything he's ever seen. In fact, but then the parking lot's full. Sick people. It's not gunshots. It's not car wrecks. It's people who are nutritionally deficient. So he says, this is Dee. You're pretty healthy, and I don't want to hear about Life Shots.
That's what he says.
Yeah, but
well, of course, a doctor.
But he says,
"You're the competition."
I'm going to see if you got any peripheral neuropathy problems like diabetics get, with no feeling in the sense of in the toes and things. So I take my shoes and socks off. I did. He felt my feet. He said, "You got better pulse in your foot than most men your age have in their neck. And I know you got great circulation because you got hair in your toes." The first time I'd ever heard that.
Wow.
I like being healthy because I never want to be a burden to my wife, Carol. I always want to be healthy so she doesn't have to be worried about me getting sick. And the same thing with her. I want her to be healthy too. So we're like two peas in a pod, like box of chocolates.
Yeah, his wife is she's amazing. And you know what I've noticed through the years, Dee, taking Life Shots consistently. Like I said, I've really been taking Life Shots pretty consistently for the last 3 years. And the health advantages that I've gotten from it is a better sense of emotional stability. I mean, that's really underrated. We don't talk a lot. We talk a lot about the fact that the nutrition, which I'm sure lends to you having a better emotional state, but I'm in a very stressful industry, media. The things I do require me to deal with a lot of people, and just having a good emotional state is that's what's really important.
Well, I'm glad it's helping you because you're a great asset to our community, and I appreciate the fact that I can help you. That's all I really want to do. Life Shots is our core product, and now we have the emotional ability to protect your brain with mind. It actually is a nootropic, which actually feeds your brain, prevents and can control cognitive decline, and it also protects your vision. All of these mobile phones, computers, they all give off blue light, and that blue light actually affects your vision. If you don't have the lutein and zeaxanthin, which is, sorry about that, folks, but that's what's in it. Those two things will protect your vision to where glaucoma, age-related macular degeneration, all of the cataracts can be prevented if your body and your eyes have nutrition. And we're doing that too.
And I'm always talking about Dee being our resident health advocate. And one of the things that really impressed me with Dee from the beginning and still has is the way that this man stays on top of his industry. He's constantly researching, making himself better, his understanding of what works in nutrition and what doesn't work. It's just phenomenal. And he works as hard as us. I mean, he is 70 years old. This guy is at all
71.
He's 105, but he looks like he's. That's the joke that we've been having for a long time. But he's not just talking the talk. This is someone who is truly walking the walk.
It's just like I always say, without your health, what good is
wealth
or retirement or success?
Yes.
What good is if you don't have it?
Yeah.
It speaks volumes that you take your own product and you can speak about it
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take anything else.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a short break and come back and talk with Dee more about his longevity in business, because Dee has been a part of Life Matters for many, many years, and I think that in business, I always want to talk to people and find out what is the key to their success. So we'll take a short commercial break and be back in a few minutes.